Good afternoon. Welcome to Afternoon Chat. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. What's going on, people? The chat is up and running. Hello. Afternoon Chat, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The guest stars of this show are the people in the chat. They determine who we talk to, who we talk about, what we talk about. What's going on? This is a free show. If you want to be able to chat, you need to go to youtube.com and get that free Discord app. This show has no script. It has no agenda. The script and the agenda is determined by the people in the chat. Whatever you guys want to talk about, that's our topic. You'll find no midstream ads, no sponsors, no commercials of any kind on this show. So what's on your mind today? What do you guys want to talk about? War is a pretty big topic. The Nancy Guthrie thing. It's up to you guys what we talk about. I do not have an agenda. That's up to you guys. If you want to talk about, I don't know, baking recipes, we can. If you've ever wanted to talk to your TV, here's a golden opportunity. The stage is yours. Yes, I smoke cigarettes. That's your proof that I'm not AI. AI doesn't smoke. I'm just a guy sitting on his couch in Michigan. A guy that happens to like meeting people. Okay. I spent most of my adult life working in the Las Vegas casinos, table games, dealing blackjack, craps, and roulette. I got used to meeting a lot of people, finding out what was on their mind, what their priorities are, what part of the world they're from. In my retirement, I missed it. Well, here we go again. Only this time, I'm not taking your money. I don't care what we talk about, as long as we stay within the community guidelines established by YouTube. That's the only platform we're on. Let's not piss them off. I am not running for political office. I have no ulterior motives. I'm not going to chase you down and tackle you or your wallet. I'm not coming out with a line of merchandise. I am giving you an opportunity to speak your mind on any topic you wish. That's what this whole show is designed around. The people in the chat, they run the show. I'm just a placeholder. I mean, am I really here? I don't think so. I'm in Michigan. It's 45 degrees outside. What, the 5th of March? Works for me. As soon as I get off stream, I'm going to smoke a bowl and go for a walk. Same thing I did last night. Dinner tonight, I'm going to make tacos. It's Thursday. As if you need a reason to make tacos. I don't. Okay. Last night I had chicken and a fried chicken and a baked potato. I'm still in sticker shock from grocery shopping on Tuesday. Everything's getting super expensive in the United States. Well, thank God we've got all these wars, right? God, how absurd is that? Prices are already high, so let's start a few wars. It's like our government here is just trying to shoot us all in the foot. Yeah, they give us these supply chain issues that we didn't want those to go away, so we had to block the Strait of Hormuz, right? These guys are all pathetic, in my opinion. That's all I can offer you. The Epstein class, the billionaire pedophiles, they're running the world into the ground. They're just devastating us. All because they don't want to go to jail for their crimes. Great. Makes perfect sense. They're all probably betting that the stock market crashes. This is all about personal enrichment for these guys. They already possess generational wealth, but that's not enough. They want more. And they don't care if we die. Isn't that nice of them? I hope you can detect the sarcasm. It is intended here, okay? These guys are pigs. They do not have the same morals or ethics that you and I have. It's just pathetic. In my opinion, feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. Maybe you know something that I don't know, but these guys, they have not finished releasing the Epstein files. In case you haven't figured it out, 30 years ago, Mossad and the CIA put Epstein on St. James Island. And they said, you're a pimp. Molest children, pimp out women, get dirt on all these politicians and world leaders so that we can blackmail them and control them. It went on for 3 decades. Hundreds of women were abused. Hundreds of children were abused. So that the U.S. could get dirt on foreign government officials. The CIA was paying him. That's why they won't release the financial documents, because then you'd be able to see that the United States government not only turned a blind eye to the crimes, but they financed it. That went real good. I lost all my viewers. Oh, well. You guys should have gotten in the chat and talked it up. Change the subject to whatever you want to talk about. I don't care. Oh, I need to put up a poll. That would make more sense. I'm trying to train myself to do these polls every day. Unfortunately, some days I'm dumber than a box of rocks and I can't seem to get it together. I either forget to start the poll or I forget to close it out at the end of the show. I'm learning. All right, let's see. Do you think this show sucks? Start poll. Do you think this show sucks? Somebody ought to respond to that at some point today, right? Hey, I'm like a blind man that just bought a new house. I'm just kind of feeling my way through this, trying not to bloody my nose when I walk into walls. Okay. I had no idea I was going to have my own TV channel. But when I found it was $13.99 a month, that was too hard to turn down. And they gave me 2 channels. Ta-da. I like to meet people, find out what's on their mind. That's why I'm here. I don't have an agenda. This is not a political show. This is a chat show. Whatever you guys want to talk about is fine. If I just wanted to preach at y'all, I wouldn't even activate the chat. When no one gets in the chat, we're stuck with whatever crosses my mind on a given day. There's no telling what that could be. This morning, I was watching some war news, some political news. Kristi Noem got the boot. Thank goodness. There's another one that's not worth the powder to blow her to hell. In my opinion. All right. But yeah, that's what I was watching. I slept in this morning. I did not get a nap because I slept in. I know you young people are busy. Jump in for 15 minutes and jump out. We're cool with that. This show doesn't make you do anything. There's no paywall. There's no upsell. It's your show. I don't care what we discuss. Last night, I didn't know what I was watching last night. I think I just spent all night scanning the bands. I don't think I really watched much of anything. I didn't have anything on my mind. Now today, I'm planning on going for a walk. But you don't have to agree with me to get in the chat here on this show. This is an inclusive channel. Anyone can talk about anything. YouTube does tell me to ask people to like and subscribe, but yeah, do whatever trips your trigger. I don't really understand who they're marketing this show to anyways on YouTube. I have no idea. I know that I've talked to people in 10 different countries. I like that. I like the whole international aspect of it all. But I have no idea who they're putting this show in front of and how many people they put it in front of. Beats me. I just don't worry about the fine details of stuff. Close enough is okay with me. I used to be like a micromanager and I cared about every stupid little detail when I was working for a living. In my retirement, I just don't care about all that little stuff. It doesn't really affect me. Yesterday, I had a nice walk, came home, made a nice dinner, smoked, I don't know, several bowls. I got high as a mug. The next thing I know, it was this morning. At about 10 a.m., I managed to struggle out of bed. I was sleeping good. Well, it rained here last night. The sound of rain, it does something to me. I just get sleepy as hell. And you get into that deep sleep, you know. I don't even think I was dreaming. Just sawing logs. I felt good when I woke up. Old guys like me, you know, sometimes you get, I don't know, creaky in the morning where it hurts to move things and you're like, I don't know if I like this. I'm just hanging out. Crumbleina's going to bingo tonight. My friend Crumbleina, she's the one that pays attention to all the details for me because I just don't care about all this stuff. She'll look through my analytics and read and come back and tell me this is what's going on. According to my analytics on the channel, we're doing fine. 5 months in, we've got 55 subscribers. So I'm picking up 11 new subscribers a month. Okay. At this rate, I'll get this channel monetized in about 10 years. Don't worry. Even if the channel does get monetized, this show is always going to be free. It doesn't need any sponsors. It doesn't cost but $13, $14 a month. My PlayStation costs more than that. I'm telling you. And after the show, I feel great because I got to vent. You know, when you guys don't give me a specific topic to talk about, I vent. Whatever's on my mind, I discuss it at length because I'm not going to stream dead air. I feel good. Yeah, I was putzing around the house a little this morning. I didn't do much of anything, though. I did make the bed. What did I do? Yeah, I made the bed and I had breakfast and lunch. Very exciting day in Southwest Michigan. I would think that even the people that didn't like this show would jump in on the poll and say, "Yeah, your show sucks." I'm just trying to figure out this whole poll business, you know? We get viewers, you know? I think well, yesterday was a bad day, but that was probably me. Who says that I'm good at what I'm doing? We don't have any type of controls here. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I'm having a good time. I'm just trying to make the show dependable, reliable. I need it to work 5 days a week, 2 hours a day. You know what I mean? So that you know it's here. If you want to get on here and chat, you can. I'm not going to require anyone to do anything ever. It doesn't, my mind doesn't work that way. I know the whole world's trying to control and manipulate each other, but I'm not there yet. Okay. I'd be hanging out anyways. Oh, actually, I'd probably be outside today because it's 45 degrees. In Michigan, the first week of March, that's about the best you can get. It's 45 degrees and the sun's out, you know. In Michigan, we could get snow all the way into April. So the fact that we got no snow and we got rain last night works for me. Spring's just around the corner. That's the way my mind works. I'm like, oh, go get a fishing license. Let's go. I was talking about fishing yesterday when I was walking in the park. One of my neighbors, Bob. It's funny the amount of money that we're willing to spend to go fishing. You end up paying $20 a pound for bluegill. It's all right. All hobbies cost money. Point blank. But if you don't have any hobbies, you'll probably go nuts. I used to golf. I used to bowl. I used to play tennis. And I had a telescope. And I had an aquarium. I've always had little hobbies going. I'm actually thinking about getting a plant this spring. One plant. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill it. You know, I'm not exactly, I don't know, a caretaker, I guess. I'm more likely to sit down and just smoke bowl after bowl and be dysfunctional. I really like streaming movies and stuff like that. That's great fun for me, but I'm not into paying for all of these stupid streaming services. Oh my God, there's 100 of them out there now. It's not my gig. I like YouTube because I got no commercials. Yeah, I can't stand commercials. I watched something the other day on Tubi and it had commercials in it, and I'm like, what the hell is that? With the streaming, you don't have to watch commercials anymore. That's what I hated about, regular network TV was all the damn commercials. They're out of control. It's like football. You try to watch a football game and it's basically 3.5 hours long because you got an hour's worth of commercials in there. It was the same thing in college basketball. I used to go to the UNLV games, get season tickets, and they always had the damn TV timeouts. Every time my team was getting on a roll, they'd have a TV timeout. Why is there a TV timeout in a sporting event? Makes no sense. So, what's on your mind today? What do you guys want to talk about? The war? Well, from what I can see, the the mighty U.S. military is getting schooled. They're getting taught that modern warfare has changed. Doesn't matter how many multi-million-dollar missiles and planes you have. It matters about those little $1,000 drones. Those $1,000 drones are kicking your ass. Okay. Ukraine knows all about them. They've been fighting that war for 4 years. The U.S. military is finally starting to wake up and they're saying, well, wait a second. A guy puts up $1,000 drone and we spend $3 million to shoot it down. Something about this equation's not exactly working. They're getting schooled. They have no clue. They know they got the technology and they know that they've spent all the money, but they don't know how to win the war. Duh. Yeah. They're getting wiped out. They're getting beat up. They don't like it. Good. Here's a news flash, guys. War is bad. They just don't understand. They think it's going to be a quick fix, and it's not a quick fix. When you attack a country with 93 million people, guess how many enemies you just made? They're stupid. War is stupid. America has got so many weapons and such advanced military, no country is ever going to attack America. It's not going to happen. So when they tell you they're doing a preemptive strike, it's not. They're lashing out because they want the military industrial complex wants the U.S. to put in new orders. Let's order 100 new fighter jets, and let's order 50,000 Patriot missiles. Yeah, they do cost a couple million each, but it's no big deal. This is America we're talking about. They'll just write you a check. The taxpayers will pay for it all eventually. That's my opinion. In my opinion, the United States is shooting us right in the foot. No, we don't want you to have health care. No, we don't want you to be able to afford groceries. No, we don't think you need anything. Some greedy businessman is saying, oh, go attack Iran. So they attack Iran. Yeah, I think all these CEOs, the corporate elite, the Epstein class, I think they just started this war to get our minds off of the Epstein files and all the heinous crimes that they've been allowing to happen for 30 plus years, 3 decades. That's the way it looks to me. I mean, feel free to voice your opinion. But to me, it just looks like a distraction. They don't want you to know that only like 5% of the Epstein files have been released. The other 95%, they're hiding. It's all a cover up by the same people that were committing the crimes. Now they're covering up their crimes. Well, that's the way I see it. I understand if you see it different. You're entitled to your opinion. Iran has been 2 weeks away from having a nuclear bomb to fire on America for the last 30 years, maybe 40 years. I don't know. You remember back in the 70s when the Shah of Iran? Yeah, we've been messing with these people for a long, long time. No wonder they all hate us. Okay. It only makes sense to hate the people that keep on fucking with you. It's ridiculous what they're doing. Our next president can appoint a special prosecutor and give them a budget and say, just find all these billionaire pedophiles, track them down, prosecute them, lock them behind bars so we can forget about them. Our next president gonna have his work cut out for him, that's for dang sure. And these Epstein files will be trickling out for the next 20 years. Eventually we'll get them all. We always do. I mean, we can look back and tell you exactly who JFK was sleeping with, right? It all comes out in the end. This will all come out too. That's the legacy that all these billionaires are leaving, is that they were child molesters. They took part in espionage's, I don't know, Freak-a-Leak Island. I don't know, call it Fetish Island, I guess. I think there's dead bodies, for crying out loud. I do. They never searched all of Epstein's properties. They never let the investigations run their course. They stopped them all. The only reason they let Ghislaine Maxwell live is because they thought they were going to get away with this cover-up. I expect them to kill her soon anyways. They're either going to kill her or they're going to let her out of prison. But they're not going to let these files hang over their heads for another 20 years. It's not going to happen. These guys are the scum of the earth, the Epstein class I'm talking about, the top 1%, the CEOs, the COOs, the politicians, yeah, the billionaire pedophile class. They're still greedy. They want more money. They've already got generational wealth. They don't ever have to work another day. Their children don't ever have to work another day. Their grandchildren will never have to work a single day in their lives. But that's not enough money for them. They're greedy little bastards. They want more. That's the way it appears to me. They're just making more money. Every time the U.S. orders a new jet plane, they make more money. So they got to have wars to destroy the jet planes so that a new order gets taken. And then they're standing there trying to tell us, oh, we're running out of bullets. We're going to have to give $50 billion so that we can order more bullets. Like we're going to believe that shit. They better wake up and stop making tanks and start making drones. Okay, that's the lesson they're learning right now. The U.S. military is getting schooled by the Iranians with their tiny little $1,000 drones. You cannot spend $3 million in missiles to shoot down a $1,000 drone. It's not cost effective, and they're learning that the hard way. They're finding out. Okay. Maybe they shouldn't have started the war in the first place. Duh. Right now, the U.S. is positioned to go to war endlessly because the military-industrial complex wants more orders. Order more munitions. Order more weapons. All of these countries were involved in the espionage that went on Epstein's Island. Every one of them. I believe they got dirt on Trump. I believe they've got him on film with these underage girls. I think Russia has a copy, and I think Israel has a copy. It wouldn't surprise me if North Korea and China had copies too. Epstein would get the tape, and then he would sell that same tape to several different governments so that they would have leverage over that individual. All of his houses, his planes, everything was wired, microphones and cameras for decades. It was international espionage, Fetish Island. They were doing unspeakable things to young girls and young ladies. Epstein was nothing more than a government-sponsored pimp. My belief, they killed him. Personal opinion. I don't have any proof. I don't need any proof. I'm telling you, I think they killed him. He sure as hell knew too much to be staying in jail. The odds on 2 cameras going out and 2 guards falling asleep all at the same time, I ain't buying it. Those odds, I don't know. You can commute them or count. You can calculate those odds yourself. It's got to be, I don't know, 50 million to 1 that all that shit could happen all at the same time. It's bunk. They murdered the guy. They murdered one of his partners in a foreign prison as well. These people have no morals. They have no ethics. Not like you and I. It's why they're willing to start wars. They don't have any morals, no ethics. Yeah, anything you guys want to talk about is fine with me. I can only talk about what's on my mind. And, I was watching this war crap all morning. They have no emotions. All they have is greed. That's why they're lying. That's why they're cheating. That's why they're stealing. They don't have morals. My question that I come up with yesterday is, who's the new pimp on the block? Who took Epstein's place? These degenerates aren't going to stop using women. They're not going to stop molesting children. Why would they stop? They're not getting prosecuted. They're going to keep doing it. You remember the moral majority of the Republican Party? Oh, how far they've fallen. Do you remember that moral majority? Now they're the opposite. They're the immoral minority. But they're running this country. They're running half the world. The billionaire pedophiles that we failed to prosecute are running amok. That's the way I see it. Hopefully, the next president will appoint a special prosecutor and go after them all. That's what this president should do, but he's one of the bad guys. That's evident. I think he was a full-fledged partner. He took like some beauty pageant over to Russia, and he got Putin to send young girls to Epstein's Island. Some of those girls never made it back. Some of them girls, I think, are buried out in New Mexico desert somewhere. That's my guess. I really don't know. But it's hard to think anything other than bad thoughts after the way these people are behaving. As far as I'm concerned, they're all just as guilty as Epstein. It's just like if you go to rob a bank, you're the getaway driver waiting in the car. When you get in the court of law, you're just as guilty as the criminals that went into the bank with the guns. You're equally at fault. If you're involved in the cover-up, you're equally at fault. That means that Kash Patel and Pam Bondi can both be charged as child molesters. They're covering it up. They're accomplices to the crime. And then the civil litigation will start. These people have no idea what they're doing when they're sticking their necks out to protect these pedophiles. They don't understand that they're low man on the totem pole and shit rolls downhill. Pam Bondi's eventually going to be fired, eventually be brought up on charges, eventually get convicted, and eventually be sitting in a cell somewhere thinking, where did I go wrong? If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Yeah, no nap today. I apologize. These people should all be locked up for the rest of their lives. I really feel sorry for all these women that went in there and testified, went in there and filed these complaints. They suffered the abuse, and the abuse continues. They're still being made victims every day. It's a shame. I can't, there's no way I can heal these people. It's a shame, but it's going to continue. As far as I know, they're going to attack Cuba or Ecuador next. Maybe both. And if Colombia isn't careful, they're going to get drawn into it too. Well, in my opinion, Donald Trump, in his first term, sat down with Putin and he cut a deal. He sold out the free world. He's doing everything within his power to help Russia take Ukraine. He's doing everything in his power to help Russia destroy NATO. And he's pissed off all of our allies to the point where I don't think I can call them allies anymore. My advice to NATO is the same thing I've been saying for weeks now on here. Get some dirt on Donald Trump or bribe Donald Trump. That's the only way you get control of him. Other than that, he's, I don't know, right out of Bizarro World. You know, I mean, the guy, NATO should hack the Department of Justice, get all of the Epstein files, and turn them over so that they can be internationally prosecuted. Jack Smith's not doing nothing. See if he wants to go back to The Hague and run this investigation and prosecute these people. We know at least he's honest and he's not a pedophile. But yeah, this is all some sick stuff. Sorry. The last thing we need to do is forget about this and let them sweep it under the rug. That's what they think they're doing. Distracting us with wars and financial crises. It's also unnecessary. It's just as unnecessary as their unquenchable greed. Well, the military industrial complex is going to have. Hey, what's up, HK? Karem? How's it going? Thanks for voting in the poll. What about me? I'm just a ghost. I'm not even really here, am I? You're the star of the show. What part of the world you from, my friend? Ah, don't sweat your English. You're doing fine. Ah, I'm in Michigan. And I love Turkey. I've been buying tangerines that are grown in Turkey. They are the best tangerines I've eaten. I've got subscribers that are from Turkey. How did you find me on YouTube? Did you do a search? No, I've never been there. Someday I would like to go. I would like to go see Gobekli Tepe. I'd really like to see that. I've seen photos and films. Such an interesting and rich history of the world. Well, I'm glad I came up in your search. I appreciate your time. What business are you in back there? And I am aware of the time difference. I know it's almost 4 in the afternoon here, but I know that it's what, around midnight there? Hell, you're almost into Friday. We're still on Thursday here. I think the last guy I talked to from Turkey, I think he was a student. He was going to college. I think he was going to Latvia to go to college. But yeah, I would like to go to Turkey someday. The history of mankind is very, very interesting. Human beings were in Gobekli Tepe a long time ago. And I think that was before Turkey was mostly desert. I think it used to be really plush, almost like Garden of Eden type surroundings, you know? But I appreciate you joining the show today. Hopefully, we'll build a big following in Turkey. And one of these days, I'll run into that farmer that grows those tangerines and I'll tell him how much I love them. I think that's the best thing about world trade is getting to eat foods that were grown in other countries. It's like I get my coffee from Brazil. You can't grow that coffee here. Well, maybe in Hawaii. But I enjoy foods that are grown from all over the world. So, what else is on your mind today? What do you guys want to talk about? I like talking to people in other countries. It's nice to find out what's on their mind, what their opinions are, what their priorities are. Let's just hope this guy can keep his head down and not get bombed. Pretty close to the Middle East. Large Kurdish population up there. In case you guys don't know, the Kurdish people have always aligned with the American people. They're pro-democracy. The issue is that we have actually, the country, we've stabbed them in the back about a dozen times, treated them like shit. The U.S. is not nice to everyone. Personal opinion. We just abandoned the Kurds in Syria completely, turned our back, and actually we're back in the Al-Qaeda leader now on the other side. It's just some sick, twisted stuff. The rich people that are running this country are not loyal. Their greed is running their brains, in my opinion. But I appreciate viewers from Turkey. I appreciate viewers from any country. Just make sure you don't say anything in chat that'll get you in trouble with your government. Here in the United States, I enjoy freedom of speech. Not all countries have freedom of speech. But I enjoy talking to people, finding out what's on their mind. And as far as I'm concerned, your English is just fine, brother. And life can seem to be hard sometimes. There's no doubt about it. But anytime you want to work on your English, jump in here. You're always welcome. You'll find this to be an inclusive channel where everyone is welcome. You don't have to agree with me to be in here. An inclusive channel that's run by the people in the chat room. Works for me. I'll give you a couple of hearts here. Thanks for Turkey showing up. So what else is on your mind? What do you guys want to talk about? We've got an hour left. Of course, Spectrum has got our delay going on. It's massive at this point. What used to be a 5-second delay is now apparently well over a minute. Which is bizarre when you consider that Spectrum is right here in the United States. You would think that it could work better. This delay is out of hand. It's probably a minute and 20 seconds. Maybe a minute and a half. Yeah, Spectrum sucks. I'm looking to replace them. I think I'm going to try T-Mobile. I got to do some more research, find out some more about them. But I've been playing with Spectrum in the 5 months I've had this podcast. Spectrum has disappointed me almost every month. Something goes wrong. A minute and a half delay is ridiculous. Should be 5 seconds. So, what do you guys want to talk about? I enjoy doing this show immensely. It warms my heart when I get other people in the chat. It just does. I honestly believe there are nice people all over the planet. All those years in Vegas, I was meeting people from every country, and they were all nice. I was working for tips. And I'm telling you, they were all nice people. Even those that came from a country that didn't tip would tip. That was my experience. Over 30 years, I was in Las Vegas meeting people. I met at least 100 people a week. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I don't meet as many now, but I don't know who YouTube is marketing the show to. I know today I was found in Turkey. Okay. It's fine with me. Some days it seems to be more international. Other days it seems to be just national. It's hard to figure out. I'm curious to see some of the friends of the show and find out what they've been up to. I'm looking for Ultra Kenny. Ultra Kenny fan. Haven't talked to her since second week of February. Hope she's doing good. Well, young people get busy. Okay, they got a life. They're busy. They're experiencing life. Old guys like me, we got time. We can lounge around. I haven't been busy in 20 years. At least it seems that way. Afternoon chat, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A free show that has no script, it has no agenda. The agenda is actually left up to the people in the chat. They determine what we talk about. There's no set topic. I'm not trying to control and manipulate people. I'm trying to meet people and find out what's on their mind and give them an opportunity to speak their mind. You'll find no midstream ads, no commercials of any kind, no sponsors of any kind. And I like it that way. I'm not putting anything behind a paywall. I don't have a Substack. Okay. I did make a Patreon page, but I never activated it. So if you're trying to support the show, good luck with that. It's not going to work. I might go on there and activate it someday, but I haven't yet. 5 months in. So what's on your mind today, people? What do you guys want to talk about? I like the fact that this show does not have a script. I get on here 5 days a week. I'm just winging it. We can talk about whatever trips your trigger. I got no plans. I like meeting people, talking to people, finding out what their priorities are. That's why I created this show with this format. The open chat is there because your opinion matters. What's on your mind matters. If you've ever wanted to have a discussion with your TV, here's a golden opportunity. I'm excited. I'm excited just to be here. At the end of this show, I'm going to smoke a bowl and go for a nice, relaxed walk. Come home, make my tacos. I don't have any other plans. I'm hoping Crumbelina comes over this evening, but I'm not going to hold my breath. She's got bingo on Thursdays. She wins a lot. I'm just saying. I never been much of a bingo guy. I'm more of a fan. When other people have activities that they really enjoy, I want to be their fan and cheer them on. Yeah, you go, you win. It's not really my cup of tea. Well, I did bingo in the casinos back in the day. My wife and I would go to the casino for the evening. I'd go and play poker. She'd go up to bingo. I'd take a break from poker, join her in bingo, and then go back to poker. By the time she was done playing bingo, I was done playing poker. We'd go get dinner and go home. Didn't work out because she divorced me. Maybe I spent too much time at the poker table. You never know. So Monday is my birthday. I turned 69. And I got that old man creeping up. In my opinion, I make growing old look good. Okay. I don't think I look 69, even with a big gray beard. But I don't really care anymore. You know what I mean? I have no big plans. My big plans for Monday is I was thinking I might call my father and ask him if he wanted to go to breakfast. Yeah, very exciting times in 2026. Half the world's at war. Half the world's dodging the authorities due to their own crimes. I'm just sitting on my couch having a good old time. Gatorade. They're not a sponsor. I just kind of like the stuff now. Originally, I started drinking it because my doctor told me I needed electrolytes in the middle of the afternoon. I'm like, well, all right. I hadn't drank Gatorade since I was like 30 years old or something. But, you know, it is what it is. The older you get, the more you listen to your doctors, I think. When I was young, I never used to go. So, you know, I go to the doctor now and I try to pay attention and I try to be a good dude because, I kind of like living. It can be fun. Living, I mean. So, what's on your mind today? What do you guys want to talk about? Thursday's show is generally pretty good. I think Friday is probably the best day. That's when we seem to get more people in the chat. But like I said, I don't know who YouTube is advertising this show to, and I'm not doing any other advertising. I'm in 3 different algorithms on YouTube. One for the live stream, one for the shorts, and one for videos. But I have no idea who they're marketing me to. Today, somebody in Turkey found me, but they did a search for live chat. Well, in his defense, it was midnight or something in his hour. I enjoy doing this. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hopefully, we'll build a following. People will find us eventually. Well, I don't think YouTube knows quite how to categorize this show because our topics vary so much. It's not a political show, even though I do talk about politics quite a bit. It's more of a whatever you guys want to talk about show. Going on 6 months though. We're over the 5 month threshold, so we're working on month number 6 here. Plugging right along. The main thing I talk about to people is my philosophy of live and let live, leave other people alone. I see all these people trying to micromanage their neighbors, You cannot pick and choose for other people. That's been my life experience. People need the respect of others just to let them pick their own path. You don't have to do things the same way I do things. Do things any way you want. Doesn't matter to me. That's the good thing about human beings is that we're all unique. I like the fact that I'm different from everybody else. I can guarantee you've never met anyone in your life quite like me. I do things differently. I left home at 13. I don't know if that was the right thing to do. It worked for me. I spent 5 years hitchhiking around the country. In my defense, that was before the internet was invented. You couldn't just pull up a camera for somewhere and see what was going on. You had to go there to see what was going on. So that's what I did. My adult life, I landed in Vegas, worked in the casino industry for 33 years. I was a bit of a wild child, I'll admit it. Other people choose other paths. Who's to say which path is right for who? It's not my place to sit in judgment, so I don't. As long as people are unique, I'm always going to be interested in meeting them. If we were all clones and all identical, I wouldn't have any interest in meeting anyone. But the fact that we're all different, we all have a different perspective, I find that exciting, very stimulating. Hopefully, other people will enjoy that as well and tune into this show just for that reason. I don't pressure people to do anything. I've always rebelled against other people's pressures anyways. I'm trying to get used to this asking people to like and subscribe stuff, but I really don't understand the whole subscribe. I could see the like button, but I don't really get the whole subscribe thing. Oh, what's the point in subscribing? So that I guess so that I come up in their feed under their recommended tab. But I subscribe to some channels and they don't come up in my feed. I have to go and search for them from time to time in order to keep them in my feed. Well, and my feed changes from time to time depending on what I'm interested in. When I do like a search for Tragedy Tales, a friend of the show, and I go and I pick out his videos that I want to watch, he'll show up in my stream for about a week, but then they disappear. They're gone. Have to search for them again to get them back in there. Lately, I've been watching a lot of Kyle Kaczynski. I don't know who the guy is. I just watch his show. My favorite show on YouTube by far. Well, I got to say this one's a favorite. I have to, but I watch a lot of Cross Timbers Bison. I find that very exciting. The man's raising and breeding wild animals. Big, strong, crazy wild animals. You ain't going to catch me in a pasture with a bunch of buffalo. They decide you don't belong there, you're in trouble. I'm telling you. They can flip cars. I ain't messing with nothing that can hurt me that bad. Personal opinion, personal preference. I don't want to interact with animals that are going to kill me. All right. That hit the spot. But yeah, it's a guy named Dusty Baker down in southern Oklahoma. And I think, I don't know, 6-8 years he's been raising American bison. He has breeding herds. It's very interesting to watch, very entertaining. And anything can happen. That's why I like it. I watch a lot of Cross Timbers Bison. I watch Lions Talk by Chat Sports, hosted by a guy named Mike Kimber. He's a Lions fan, and he does play-by-play on all the Lions games. I'm a Lions fan. He's in Southwest Michigan. I'm in Southwest Michigan. We connect on a lot of levels. I do chat with him from time to time. I'm not sure he even knows I have a show. Okay. But when I want to know what's going on with the Lions, I want to watch Mike Kimber. He gives me the inside scoop. I watch a lot of Tom Grossi. He live streams Green Bay Packer games and playoff games. And he's a pretty good comedian, pretty funny. I like him. Kind of a nutty young guy. I think he's all of 34. Okay. Yeah. He might be 35. He's on vacation right now. I think he's hiking in New Zealand. What else do I watch? Well, I watched The Enforcer for war news. The Enforcer channel. Two young brothers, Andrew and Matthew. They're in Salt Lake City. And they glean all of social media and put it into a fast-paced format. And not only do they comment on what they see, they show you the video proof. Any war anywhere in the world, they're going to cover it. But their base is the Ukraine war. And I like to keep good tabs on the Ukraine war. I actually like Zelensky. He used to be a stand-up comedian, and now he's president of his country. I like that. It's very interesting to me to see what's going on in the world. I'm not a mover and a shaker, but I'm still curious. I want to know. My need to know level is very high. I feel like by watching the Enforcers war coverage, I seem to get less propaganda and more factual data. Nowadays, when you turn on the TV and you watch your news, it's almost all propaganda. They're not reporting the news. They're reporting what they want you to think. Totally different. News is supposed to be unbiased. And when you have a definite bias, it needs to be disclosed, in my opinion. I mean, feel free to jump in the chat and disagree. In my opinion, news should be reporting what happened, not what they want you to believe happened. Well, with the onset of the war in Iran, I looked, and most of the conventional media was pro-war. That's a biased opinion. I'm of the opinion that all war is bad. Some war may be necessary, but that doesn't make it good. But these guys have the agenda that they want to make the war sound like it's a positive, and it's not a positive, it's a war. Innocent people get hurt, innocent people get killed, property gets damaged. And in this instance, 93 million Iranian citizens got hell raining down on them for nothing that they did. I turned on one channel and they were trying to say this was a preemptive defensive tactic. What? What kind of word salad gobbledygook is that? I mean, my God. A preemptive defense? They launched a war on these people, and the people did nothing to deserve it. They're trying to scare you into thinking that they're about to bomb the United States. No country is about to bomb the United States. The United States is a badass. If you're going to get into a bar fight, you don't go and pick on the guy that's the toughest. Okay? You just don't. Common sense tells you that no country is going to attack the United States because we have the biggest, baddest military. They're not going to attack the United States. It would be suicide for them. I don't care how much they lie to you. I don't care how much they tell you that they were about to bomb us. It's bullshit. No country was about to bomb the United States. Not Venezuela, not Cuba, not Ukraine, none of them. We have a big ass, well-funded, extremely technological military. No one's going to attack us. You don't attack the big bully on the block. And the United States is a bully. That's why we just attacked Iran. We're the bully. We're not the nice guys. We're not the good guys. We're the bully. That's my opinion. Feel free to disagree. But in my opinion, the United States has no business being at war with anyone. In my opinion, they're now getting schooled and they're finding out we don't need $5 million aircraft. What we need are $1,000 drones. Duh. They take a $1,000 drone and they send it at the Americans, and the Americans take $3 million missiles and try to shoot down the drone. One side spending 1,000, the other side spending 3 million. Who's getting schooled? The United States military is learning a very valuable lesson right now. Stop making war. It's that simple. The military-industrial complex of America wants war. But they've got the wrong tools. The war's not going to be won with $1 million missiles. It's going to be won with $1,000 drones. And if the drones only cost $1,000, the military-industrial complex can't make millions and millions of dollars. It's not going to be profitable for them. So the United States military is learning a lesson the hard way. Thanks to our exalted hot dog, the pedophile in chief. This is to distract America from the Epstein files. It's all it is. Israel has other plans. Israel and Russia both have dirt on Donald Trump. They have his sex tapes with underage girls. They are blackmailing him and controlling him because he's a loser pedophile that wants to stay out of jail. It's all pretty basic, but in the meantime, the American military is learning a lesson. They're going to have to fund this war now. They're going to have to get together and say, okay, here's 50 billion, here's 100 billion. And they're still going to be outgunned. Excuse me. Not outgunned in the technology. They've got the wrong technology. $1 million missiles shooting down $1,000 drones. Who's going to go broke first? Those $1 million missiles, they want to fire so that they can make more $1 million missiles, because this is the military industrial complex of America. They want to sell fighter jets. They want to sell missiles. That's not what they need. What they need are these $1,000 drones, and there's no money to be made on them. The military industrial complex is sitting around and their eyes are just rolling into the back of their head, and they're saying, what? You've got the wrong weaponry, you dumbass. The military of America is learning a lesson the hard way right now. They're not outgunned. They've been outsmarted. War has changed. How are you going to get them to approve $1 trillion budget for the U.S. military next year when all they need are drones? It's not going to work. These cheap little drones are what the future of warfare has become. Take a look in Ukraine. They know they've been fighting this war for 4 years. 400 drones a day are coming from Russia into Ukraine. Ukraine is managing to shoot down the lion's share. They're better equipped for it. They're experienced with it. The United States military was not. They're learning this lesson the hard way. They're going to keep on firing $3 million worth of missiles at every $1,000 drone. because they want to make more missiles. But the missiles they want to make are no longer needed. They're not cost effective. It's a real good missile system. Works. But they're not getting attacked with missiles. They're getting attacked with drones. They need drone fighters. They need to cheapen things up. And the military industrial complex wants to make billion-dollar aircraft. The billion-dollar aircraft can't fly slow enough to take out the drones. War has changed. It'll be interesting to see what happens with the U.S. military budget now that they found out that they're pissing away all their money on million-dollar missiles. The missile's still effective, but it's not cost effective. It's an effective weapon, but you cannot use million-dollar missiles to shoot down $1,000 drones. You will bankrupt your own side of the war. I think it's interesting, but the bottom line is they can't defend against these $1,000 drones. And it's pissing them off. And there's no way for them to make a profit unless they start selling those $1,000 drones for $20,000. Not going to happen. So what has the military industrial complex done? They've shot themselves in the foot. They're not going to recover because war has changed. Their big ticket items are no longer in demand. Their big ticket items that they've spent decades perfecting are now useless. We don't need planes and we don't need tanks. We need drones. That's what warfare has progressed to. It is drone warfare. They don't need Patriots. The missiles I'm talking about. They're too expensive. They do a good job, but they're not cost effective. And war has to be profitable or no one's going to want to do it. They're doing it for the profit, and they just found out it's not profitable anymore. Wow, where do they go from here? Lockheed needs to start making drones, and they can't make any money off of those drones. Not like the billions they've been making off selling missiles and planes. Warfare has screwed them over. Okay. I think it's funny in that aspect, not in the aspect that people are dying and getting hurt and maimed, but in the aspect that all of their billions and billions of dollars worth of equipment is all outdated now. Don't need it. Sorry. War's not what it used to be. War has changed. Drone warfare, these cheap little drones, are the future of war, and there's no money to be made. So what's the military-industrial complex going to do? Your guess is as good as mine. They're screwed. This war is going to end, and they're going to say, well, we need 6 planes and we need 6 million drones. And the industrial complex is going to say, well, we can't make any money only selling 6 planes. We need to sell 60. So if you've got stock in the military-industrial complex, guess what's about to take a hit? They're screwed. All right, I'm going to end the poll. Oh, good. My show does not suck. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Afternoon Chat's the name of the show, Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm your host, Ghost Mostly. The stars of this show are the people in the chat. They determine what we talk about. If you are watching the show and you want to be able to chat, you need to get that Discord app from YouTube. It's free, just like this show is free. No midstream ads, no sponsors, no commercials of any kind. I am not trying to chase you down and tackle you or your wallet. I am not running for political office. I am not coming out with a line of merchandise. I'm on here so I can meet people and give them an opportunity to discuss whatever they want to discuss. You'll find this to be an inclusive channel. Everyone with every opinion is going to be welcome. The show has no script. It has no agenda. That's left up to you, the people in the chat. There's nothing behind a paywall here. The only rules in here are simple. Follow the guidelines established by YouTube. It's real basic. It's the only platform we're on, so let's not piss them off. All right. I'm going to wind this down a couple of minutes early. Get out of here. I want to thank all my viewers. I want to thank H. Karem from Turkey. Thank you for your chats today. You're the star of the show today. I appreciate the chats. I appreciate the viewers. The show will be back on tomorrow at 3 Eastern. You're welcome to join us then. Like and subscribe if you could. It will help the channel somehow, some way. With that said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's my firm belief that if you're always nice to everyone, all that niceness, all that kindness will come back to you tenfold. The people in this world outnumber, the good people in this world outnumber the bad people by a lot. I firmly believe that. If you care to discuss it, join me on tomorrow's show. I'll see you at 3 Eastern. Have a great night. Be safe, be happy, and find someone to love. I dare you.